Greetings, welcome to a cold frosty morning here on the Southern Downs. Winter has finally arrived. Really starting to see those chilly morning temperatures over this next week. Getting a lot of work done here where we drive in. This is the lowest point of the block here, and it just becomes like a quagmire every single time we get heavy rain, which has been a lot this year. Yeah, thankfully a friend who doesn't live too far has his own equipment, excavator, bobcat. He dug out a bunch of the mud and muck from here, and then we ordered some road base and yeah, filled it in just like this. It's not quite done yet, a few things to smooth out. You're gonna be able to just drive in here, this spot, without that mud puddle. And in terms of drainage, we started digging a trench all along here. It goes all the way along there and around the side to the creek. It's going to end up being like a sort of spoon drain, just gradual, where all the water can come and just flow along here on this low point, then on this pipe, and then it feeds into the... Oh damn, that is a good frost, good first frost. And then it feeds into the back here, and then this channel there was this was already a pre-existing channel on the neighboring block, which just needed a bit of clearing up, and yeah, then that just feeds right into the creek. So this will pretty much put to an end a lot of the flood disaster. Of course, on a block like this, there's always going to be some flood risk, but yeah, this is going to help a lot. So still more work to be done, digging this trench out more. I want to make sure that it's still possible to drive through with the ride-on mower, because eventually, of course, it'll just be like a trench and then grass will grow over it again. So I want to make sure we can drive the ride-on mower through. And yeah, all this stuff here, that's going to be spread out on some more low spots, and yeah, just even out this block, because this block is not exactly fully even. So yeah, even out some of those low spots, and then that should make it much better with draining the water, because you can see even this is still from when it was wet. Like it just becomes swampy like this. So once those spots are evened out, once it's dried out, and once this is all done, all the water will just drain into this dip here. It's not quite cold enough to freeze these mud puddles, but yeah, certainly enough for some frost to form. So yeah, not driving over yet until this is all smoothed out. Trench comes all the way up here, and yeah, then this other side feeds into the creek, so it'll be like a whole drain that goes along the edge out there, and yeah, drains into the other side. Like he has a laser meter, so it can properly check the level, so that it basically, this is the highest point here, and it gradually will drain to the lowest point over there. And yeah, this here, the creek as well. So if it comes up and floods, then before it floods over there where the shed and the caravan is, it will actually flood into this drain once it's dug out. So that will definitely be a big improvement compared to what we've had before. The bobcat is still here, so there's more work to be done. All right, it's currently 6:43 a.m. 1 degree. Okay, let's get the conversion. 34. 1 degree. Ooh. Ooh. Yep. Winter is here. First frost. So it's time to up the stakes once again. Do my creek plunge. Not gonna loiter around this time. Just get in, get it done and over with. Those of you who think I enjoy doing this, believe me, I don't. This is the last thing I want to do, getting up in the morning. It's just far out, but I made a commitment to myself, and I'd be a coward if I don't fulfill it. Okay, it's once again, the water level is higher. It's a bit muddy, so I'm not going to dip my head under. All right, first taste, frosty morning creek plunge. Let's go. Wake up! What are you doing? Wake up! Wake up! Bro. Ah, it feels like water torture. Deep, controlled breaths. The best way to keep your cup of tea warm. Place it right on the fire. Wow, that was probably the best cold plunge I've ever had. I stayed very calm, wasn't like in the past. If you go watch my previous Frosty morning creek plunge, I mean, it wasn't quite as cold as that, but close enough. I mean, first frost of the year, and yeah, I stayed in there, damn, longer than I thought. Like 3-4 minutes in there. And yeah, I pretty much did a round of Wim Hof breathing, like in the creek. I've never done it in the creek like that, and it's not advisable, not recommended. Like, one thing I've got to drive home is do not do this at home. If you've never done cold exposure before, you don't know about Wim Hof breathing or any of this stuff, and even if you don't do it alone, don't do this if you're not familiar with cold exposure like Wim Hof and all this, and especially if you have any underlying health conditions. Definitely I would not recommend doing this. Consult a professional, like all that. Just yeah, consult someone. And if you're really keen to do it and first time, we'll start off slow and definitely do it with someone else supervising them. My first few times doing these cold morning creek plunges, I wasn't alone. I was being watched in the background, making sure I was okay. So definitely, like, don't, like, I make this seem lighthearted in these videos, but no, like, don't rush into it. Like, don't be reckless. Like, this is like serious stuff at the end of the day. Like, you don't want to get cold water shock and die of hypothermia. So yeah, just gotta drive that point home. Like, don't do this at home, be careful. Like, yeah, just be sensible about it, okay? Like, start off slow if you've never done it before. So yeah, that's it. Really happy with how I did that. It's going to be a cold week. A lot of these cold frosty mornings. A few of the nights are meant to drop below 0, so that will be the real test. Heavier frosts, all that. Yeah, gonna go for a walk with the dogs. They are just about ready. It's currently 5 to 8. Yeah, it's still 3 degrees. We're in the coldest part of Queensland, but yeah, the days are still nice and pleasant even in winter. Like, you'll get these cold mornings, sometimes below 0, but then the days will always warm up to like 15 to 18. So yeah, really nice. My favorite time of year. I like the cold. And yeah, onwards and upwards. It's already warming up rapidly as the sun has risen. And yeah, I really love this time of year. This is what winter is around here, just these completely clear, sunny days. I'd much rather have this compared to what we've been having. The rain and the wet mixed with the cold is the absolute worst combination. Unless it's snow. Snow is a different story. But apart from when it melts. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a like, and I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao.